Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a soon-to-be released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at Crowalt, Traces of the Lost Colony. It is a 16-bit side-scrolling RPG that's got some point-and-click elements. I'm going to be honest with you, it's a little bit weird, the game logic makes no bloody sense, and I've already been quite frustrated by it. However, we would normally look at the options, but there really isn't any. It's literally your volumes, that's your lot. You get volumes, you get to look at what the controls are, you don't get to change them, but self-explanatory pretty much. And that's it. So we're just going to jump straight into this game and see what it's all about. Alright, so we are playing as Hugh. Hugh is an adventurer. He is coming to find the lost colonies, and he's a bit of a dolt, a bit of an idiot, but he has weird dreams. It's pretty much what I've got from this so far. The soundtrack is really, really good. I actually quite like the soundtrack. It tries to add atmosphere to an otherwise, like, sort of dull game. It is worth noting as well, the text, the way that the text scrolls is absolutely horrendous. So just a bit of a warning when you see some of the text that's about to scroll on the screen. It kind of freaked me out and gave me a little bit of a headache because it backwards scrolls, which is not great. But basically, you are Hugh and you point to where you want to move. You can double click to move faster. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't just make that the default speed. It doesn't really make much sense. The pointer is a little bit finicky, and sometimes you've got to click on the same spot 3 or 4 times in order to get it to register. But it's like point and click elements with the side-scrolling RPG sort of thing. So you move between each area, and you can hover across things, and you get a little bit of info. If it says or if it's got a picture of an eye across it, you can see and inspect it. If it has a hand symbol, you can go and have a look around and see what's in there. And then you can look at further things as well. I mean, it's not bad. Like, graphically speaking, for an 8 or a 16-bit style game, it's not terrible, right? It's fairly clear. It's fairly easy to tell what it is that you're doing. It's not like some of the games where they are... like, they're just low quality. This is fairly high quality, although it is 8-bit in style, which I'm not really a huge fan of. I understand why they are like that, but there you go. Now, you've got certain puzzles you've got to do. And when I say that the game suffers from really odd, awkward sort of game logic, to get into this tavern, and this is going to contain some spoilers to what you've got to do, it states no wet feet allowed, right? You're not allowed wet shoes, which is a bit odd for a tavern, but hey, we're not going to question it. And the way you get around it is by sticking another sign on the wall. That's what you got to do. You got to work it out, and you put a sign on the wall that says fish. And that means you're able to walk in because it doesn't matter if you've got wet feet. Just the amount of mental gymnastics it takes to make that as a rule. And I kind of get it. It's to show you how the crafting works and to show you how you can mix items and stuff. Because you've got an inventory here. And you can take certain items and you can mix them together. So, for example, the hammer you can mix with nails. And you've got a hammer and nails and you can make something. And you've got a nail puller that you need to use in order to get the nails. And so it makes sense. I get it. It's just, I don't know, it just falls short, and this text is awful, and I don't know, like, it does this, and then it comes up with an option sometimes when you are able to have an actual conversation with somebody and make your choices, but even once you've done this, he then repeats it here, and it doesn't need to. Another thing that I don't really like about this is the fact that to use the items, instead of just clicking on it and that being selected, you've got to click and drag it. Now, what is nice is that you can... Oh, you can't because I'm in a conversation. Never mind. But what you can do is you can click and drag it out the window and then the window will disappear. But it's really awkward because it takes up so much of the screen. So, yeah, I mean, the story as well isn't great. Honestly, it's not... It's just weird. Like, you know, he goes to sleep and he dreams of somebody and they show him a tombstone. It's very Christmas Carol-esque, that part. Very cliched, very easy to see what's going to happen. So overall, I'm not really impressed with the game. Like, there's no quality settings at all. The text is horrible. The movement is kind of sloppy. The game logic makes literally no sense. And overall, it's just not a great experience. Let me know in those comments down below if you agree or disagree with my findings. And I will see you all next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao, ciao.